Hi, I'm Sarah from Beginner Bookkeeping. Beginner Bookkeeping has a template in Excel that can help you track inventory or stock items for any small business. I will leave a link in the description box below so that you can go to the website and download the template. It's free to use and you can download it as many times as you need. The template has examples so you get an idea of how to enter your purchases and sales, or to enter stock that you've removed to manufacture more stock which you're going to sell. There is an inventory report which will give you a snapshot of your inventory at any given time. It is a list of all your stock items and it shows the total value of sales, the total value of purchases, or stock in and stock out. You can use this template in conjunction with my other Excel templates, or you can use this in conjunction with your normal bookkeeping software. If you are using, for example, Wave Accounting, which is free, then you would take your totals from the spreadsheet and enter them into Wave. This is for the periodic method of inventory. We'll have a look at the template now and I'll show you the features that this template has. Here we are in the Excel inventory template. The About page has links back to Beginner Bookkeeping. If you need a fresh download of the template, you can click here, and if you have any questions, you can email me by clicking on the Contact Me link. The help tips gives you an idea of what you need to do to start off. So starting at number 1, you'll go to your vendors and customers tabs down the bottom here and enter in their details. Then in step 2, you'll go to stock details and enter in all the details of your stock items. And just read through these help tips so you know what you need to do. We'll go to the vendors and we'll enter in some examples. So we'll go example vendor 1, example supplier 2, and you'll carry on down the list. You can enter up to about 300. The customers sheet is laid out the same as your vendors and suppliers. So we'll enter in example customer 1 and example customer 2. And once again you can enter up to about 300 customer names. These vendors and customers sheets are linked to every stock item. So you've got stock item number 1 and it goes right up to 100. This workbook is for the 100, but the workbook for the 300 stock items is exactly the same layout. Next we enter in your stock details. So item number 1, we'll go in here and for an example let's enter red t-shirts and hats on the next one. You would enter in these other details as you have them. The ID number might be a number that your supplier gives you, or it might be a number that you want to allocate to the stock item. You can enter or find the supplier that regularly gives you these products. So let's, for example, say vendor number 1. Now sometimes you might get your products from different suppliers. You can enter the second one here. You might find that sometimes supplier 2 provides them at a cheaper cost than supplier number 1. But this will just give you an idea of who supplies you with your shirts, and you can enter any other information into these columns that you feel is important to you. These item names here in this column are all linked. So item number 1 links to item number 1 sheet. Item number 2 links to the item number 2 sheet. Now there are a lot of items here, and so the quickest way to navigate through them is either to go to your stock details sheet, Scroll down until you find the name of the stock item that you need and click on the item number to go to it. Or you can come down here between these two arrows, right click on it, and it brings up all the items, and you can scroll up and down. So it's all the tabs that are in this workbook, and you can go to the tab that you want to look at. So I'll just click on item number 1, and it takes you straight here. Now when I entered red t-shirts into the stock details sheet, it has renamed it automatically up the top, but it hasn't automatically renamed the tab item, and that would require complicated VBA coding or macros, which I have left out of this workbook to keep it as simple to use as possible. You can rename them by right-clicking, select rename, and just give it the name that you want. So we will focus on red t-shirts for now before we go on to the inventory report and the monthly sheet. Let's do some example transactions. So on the 1st of October, we'll say that we purchased from vendor number 1, invoice number, you'll enter your quantity, you'll enter the cost that the supplier charges you, and you can see that it has automatically updated these totals. This shows you how many are in hand, so you can quickly look and see, and it also shows you at the top how many are on hand and the value on hand. So this first section, these 5 columns here, are for the description of a transaction. These are in blue are for purchases and purchases returns or any other stock inwards. And then all these columns in green are for any sales, sales returns, or stock outwards. Let's enter another transaction. Let's say on the 5th of October we purchased some more t-shirts from the second supplier because they're having a sale. So we ordered 10 shirts for $4.75 instead of $5. So now you can see that it's updated that. We now have 20 in stock. It's updated it up there. Now the thing to note is that this workbook is based on average costs. So we have calculated the average cost there automatically. It's taken the 5 plus the 475 and calculated the average cost. And that is what this overall value on hand is. It's your 20 on hand multiplied by the average cost. Now let's do a sale. I'll discuss this drop-down list in a minute. So we'll enter sale, we'll find our customer, enter our invoice number. I'm making them up as I go. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, invoice number, and let's say we sold 2 shirts for $12. So here you'll see it's taken the 2 shirts out of stock. It's showing you the total of what you've sold. It's updated the sales totals up at the top here, and it's updated the overall on hand. So that is basically how each sheet works. So here is the inventory report. You've got your red t-shirts and the summarized information. The information on this report is all automatically pulled through to this page, so you don't need to manually enter anything. This is a view-only sheet or a view-only report. If you do type anything into this, you are going to overwrite the formulas that are in here already, and you might mess up your numbers. This value is important to remember because it's the one that you'll enter into your bookkeeping system. So for example, let's say we've done October and all we did in October was the red t-shirts, and this is the value of the stock of $87.75. We will now go and manually enter it into this monthly sheet in October, $87.75. That is because the minute we make any changes on any of these stock items for November, this will update and this will change, and then you're not going to remember what you had at the end of October. I will go and update hats. So now we'll be in November and we'll enter a purchase. Five hats at $20 each. So we'll have a look at the inventory report, and now you can see that it's updated the inventory report and this has changed. I'll go over this drop down list that I said I was going to show you. So to have a look at that, you just need to right click anywhere along the bottom, unhide, list selections, OK. And you can adjust these to whatever you want to call them. You can add a few extras. Once you've done that, you can hide it. And every single sheet is linked to that list. We'll have a look at the examples now that I've already entered in here that will be here when you download the sheet. We've got red t-shirts, which are stock items that you buy and sell without doing anything to. And I've entered a bunch of transactions, purchases, purchase returns, stock stolen, stock adjustment after account. So you can have a good look at these examples to get an idea of what you should do. The next three examples are connected together. What that means is if you buy stock and keep it in your stockroom and then take portions of it to manufacture another item, you can do that. So you can enter in, for example, fabric and zips. You can take them out of stock and manufacture a cushion or whatever it is you're manufacturing. These are just examples. You make your cushion and you introduce it into stock. So these examples will show you how you can do that and how you can move stock around within the workbook. So just a reminder that if you have any questions or you get stuck on anything, just go to your About page, click on Contact Me, and you can send me an email. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can contact me using the contact page on the website. And please like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks.